Really want to get on here and just ask, when did we as a society lose our humanity? And when, as a society, will we regain that humanity? The things that I see in the news, on my social media, just woven in everything that is in our day-to-day lives. There is no humanity, or there's a very small fragment of humanity left. I remember a few months ago, one of my friends messaged me, "Where's the humanity?" And I said to her, I can't directly quote this because I don't remember, but to summarize, I basically said, I do not think there's any humanity left because people are so stuck in their ways that we will never get back to what we deem is normal, because this new craziness is our norm now. There is no humanity left in this world, at least not in America. And I'm tired of it. I'm every day just wondering, what is next? What's the next headline that I'm going to read? What's the next thing that's going to push me further and further away from certain people that I revered for so long? What's the next thing that's going to make people look at me sideways? I think the only way that we can regain our humanity is to be wiped out and start anew. I say it all the time. The only way to save America is to literally wipe us out and to start anew, and we don't have autonomy of ourselves. That's the only way to fix what has been done in America. There's so much division that can't be fixed with choosing left, right, or straight down the middle. There's too much ignorance to choose left, right, down the middle. There's too much stubbornness to choose left, right, down the middle. It will never be solved. People don't want a solution because they always think the solution is more violence and more hateful rhetoric. There is no humanity left, not enough humanity left in this small part of the world. There will never be balance in the world. And one of the things that I get asked a lot is if I'm religious, and I say all the time, not religious. I am not religious. My parents were both raised in religious households, but they did not raise me and my siblings in the church. I was talking to somebody a few days ago, asked if I was religious, and I said no. The same answer I just gave you. And I told her the reason why I said this is because I think religion turns a lot of people into the worst type of people. And what I mean by that is everybody is with one religion thinks their religion is the only religion that is the right religion. And so they look at me, say I'm a Christian. Somebody could look at me and say, oh, well, your God is not the real God. The Jesus that is depicted in your stories is not the real depiction of Jesus. Or I could be Muslim and everybody hears it. And I am so tired of hearing it. That being Muslim is one of the worst religions, or Muslim is a wrong religion, or not a righteous religion. How can you say for sure that the person that you praise is the right person to praise? In 2022, 23, I remember delivering to this older gentleman. I work for FedEx. So I delivered to this older gentleman. He was, I think he said he was turning 76 years old. And I was wearing a necklace that one of my friends gave me and had a cross on it. He asked if I was religious, if I followed the word of the Lord. And I said, no, sir. I just wear this because one of my best friends gave it to me, who passed away a few years ago. He asked, why don't I? I said, in my 20 plus years of life, I've never felt the need to seek out religion. My parents have taught me right and wrong, and I've figured out my own morality through life itself and not through a book or a deity. I said, but my grandfather was Catholic, devout Catholic. My mother grew up Catholic, and my dad grew up Christian. He had the nerve to tell me he was a Christian. And then he had the nerve to tell me that, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your grandfather is not where you think he is because he chose Catholicism over Christianity. And that, to me, was a gut punch of disrespect. To tell me that my grandfather, a man that has taught me many things before his passing, did not walk a line righteous enough for him to think that he deserved to be in heaven. And that's why I don't think this world will ever reach the pinnacle of humanity that we are supposed to reach, to all live arm in arm in harmony to fix the problem that is apparent today. Nobody has a sense of community anymore. Nobody has a sense of, hey, let me help you with this. You look like you're struggling. Let me help you. Let me give you the knowledge that you need. Let me teach you this. Nobody has the sense of empathy anymore or sympathy anymore to say, hey, I understand how you feel and let me help you feel better. I just want to know, when did we lose our humanity? At what point in our history of humanity, of the human race, did we lose our humanity? And how can we get back to a place that feels safe and that feels like you have something to look forward to, something worth living for? Somebody tell me, because I can't find the answer in my brain, and sometimes you just want to give up thinking, and I never want to lose hope for it, but every day it becomes harder and harder and harder and harder to believe that we will reach a peak of harmony with one another. I really hope one day we do. I don't think I'll ever see it. We'll see it in our lifetimes, maybe in the next 4 generations, maybe, hopefully. But something's got to change. I truly believe it will change, but it's not going to come fast enough. But until then, I'll talk to you guys next time.